Today we are going to be talking about a strategy that you can use that is not cheating to make your lettering look the best it can be. And it's not cheating, it's a strategy. My name is Amanda Arneill and I want you to feel confident in your lettering. One thing that can make that really difficult though is when those upstrokes look a mess. So what can we do to fix those? That's what we're going to be talking about in today's video. For this one, I'm going to be using a Tombow Feud hard nib, but this can happen with any pen that you have. And it is a messy upstroke. So one big problem with the upstroke is that sometimes it's not consistent. Just like with our downstrokes, we want that consistency. We want it as well with the upstrokes. Consistency is key for all of your lettering. Now, often you think that an upstroke should be the very thinnest line that the pen can possibly make, which means that with this pen, it should be like that, like a hair, but that is not realistic. When I did that line, I couldn't even feel the pen gliding across the page. If you don't feel the texture and the pressure of the paper on the tip of the pen, even in your upstrokes, you're not going to be able to have consistent upstrokes. So your upstroke should instead still allow you to feel the pressure of your pen on the page. It just means you're not putting extra pressure on the pen, but you're not gliding it so lightly over the page that you can't even feel it. With each pen, of course, your upstroke is going to be a different thickness based on the pen that you're using. So take your pen and do a few lines where you get a realistic upstroke thickness, something that you can still feel when you are pushing your pen up the page. Once you see that consistent thickness, that's what you want to aim for with all of your upstrokes. So here, that is more of a consistent upstroke thickness. And then there are times here where it was just the very tip of the pen on the page. And here is where our strategy comes in. You do not need to constantly rewrite the word trying to get everything perfect. Instead, you can always go back afterwards and touch it up. That means that most of the upstrokes are pretty good, but there are a few areas where it is lighter. Now, I don't know about you, but if I was to redraw this line in an upstroke, I would probably mess it up. But you know what you probably can do? Draw it in a downstroke with minimal pressure. Shh. But it's fine for you to do that. Especially, what if this is a card that you're making for someone and you mess up on 1 or 2 strokes? Are you going to throw it out and start all over again? No. If it's a practice sheet, of course you want to practice over and over. But if it's a product or a final thing that you're making, like that beautiful thank you card for your neighbor or a birthday card, but you want to go through and make it perfect on what you've already created. So that means that you can go in and in the downward direction, redraw that line. Unless you have someone watching you from the corner of the room and they're going to hit you and say, you have to do it upstroke. No, you've already done it upstroke. You've proven that you can do an upstroke. Here, we just want to touch it up. So tracing right over that same line with no pressure, you can go in and clean up those upstrokes. Now look at the consistency between those lines. Even here, we missed connecting. Let's just connect it. And you can go through and fix those tiny errors that are not so much something that is going to change the piece. It's just something that's going to clean it up. Here, there's a little bit of a wibble wobble in the upstroke, and that might happen to you too. Again, I would suggest moving in the downstroke direction, cleaning it up just a little bit, but not thickening it up. You're just trying to make it smoother. So you want to follow that exact same line and just smooth it out all the way into your downstroke. With a few little touch-ups, just like putting on a little bit of concealer, you've now taken a piece that you didn't want to throw away and you've made it into something instead that you can happily give away. So keep in mind, things don't have to be perfect the first time. It's not a cheat, it's a strategy, and it's something that you should feel empowered to use in your lettering. I've got a few more strategies coming up for you, so make sure that you subscribe so that you don't miss a single one. Let's be empowered to do our best lettering together.